Hi everyone, welcome. This is Father Lamb and today is Wednesday, October 6th. I'd like to pick up on something I mentioned briefly at Mass on Sunday. I was talking about the mercy of God, and especially that yesterday was an optional memorial at Mass for St. Faustina Kowalska, where we get the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and we get that beautiful image that we have in our church, that mosaic of the Divine Mercy. You know, our Holy Father, Pope Francis, wrote a book titled The Name of God is Mercy. You know, we can call God a lot of names. You know, he's love, he's justice, he's truth, you know, God is whatever. But the best name for God is mercy. But I wonder if we really understand what mercy is. And as I mentioned a few days ago, I think in a worldly way, we think of mercy as when someone has like maybe some dominion over us, some charge over us, like an employer. And you goof up on your job and they could, you know, write you up or fire you and they say, I'm going to show mercy on you. You know, I can lord it over you. I'm going to show you mercy. And that's a good thing. But the mercy of God is much deeper. And this came across a description I shared on Sunday. I'll share again because I'd like to take it a step further today. Description of mercy is that Jesus takes into his heart our sin, our brokenness, our woundedness, our neediness, all of our humanness. Jesus absorbs that into his heart so that he can heal us. And that's a beautiful description of mercy. Jesus absorbing that into his heart. How beautiful is that? And then by the same token, you and I are called to be Christ-like. You and I are called to share that mercy with other people. So what does that mean? That on a certain level, you and I at times are called to take in the hurts of other people into our hearts. You know, this happens in our lives, and sometimes when it does, it hurts. It's not easy. And sometimes we want to fight it. No. But I think maybe one of the best examples would simply be a parent taking in the hurts of their children. You know, when you love someone that much as a parent does a child, and you take in their hurts in your heart, that can be excruciatingly painful. And often you do it to help heal your child. But you and I can do that for each other because everybody's carrying around something. Everybody today is struggling with something. And sometimes you don't see it on the surface, but as you go deeper, you can see it. So here's the question. Are you and I willing to listen to other people in such a way as to take in their hurts, their sin, their neediness, their woundedness, so that they can come to some kind of healing? It really is listening from the heart. I don't know about you, but when I say to God, okay, I'm going to try that, all right? You've given me your mercy, God. I throw all my sins on you, my woundedness, my brokenness, and you absorb that and you have begun to heal my life. Then in the same way, I want to try to do that. That's not an easy venture because there's a party that wants to put the wall up. But if you ask God for that grace and let it down, then you begin to experience something deep of the passion of God. St. Paul, in his letter to the Colossians, chapter 1, verse 24, says that he rejoices in his suffering, that he is making up for his lacking in the suffering of Christ in his own flesh. And that verse has sometimes puzzled scholars, like what's lacking in the sufferings of Christ? Well, nothing is. He accomplished it all. Jesus suffered, died, rose from the dead. He has accomplished salvation. But you and I live in space and time, and all of this is being worked out. And the mercy of God hasn't reached all through the whole earth. A lot of people don't even know about God's mercy. So you and I can be instruments of God's mercy in this world to the extent that we allow others their hurt to come into our heart and we absorb it for their healing. I'm going to invite you to be open to that this week. It's not easy. This is a difficult venture. But when you actually pray about it, God will start to bring a bunch of people across your path. He's done it to me all since Sunday to today, the last 3 days, different people coming in and just pouring out things. And there's a part of you then that might want to reject that because, oh, this is too hard. But if you let go of that and let it happen, you'll begin to experience them letting go of their hurt. And then you'll find their faces change, that there's a healing coming by on a deeper level because of our willingness to listen to each other. Take in that hurt a little bit to fill up what is lacking in the sufferings of Christ. That's what we mean by offering it up. You hear that so often today. You know, offer it up for the souls in purgatory. Offer it up for someone else. We can offer it up for Christ to the extent that we take in the hurts of other people so that they can come to healing and they can experience the incredible mercy of God. Maybe you and I will be the only instruments of mercy someone might experience this week. Be alert to it. Be aware. And when they come across your path, open up your heart. If you find it difficult, ask Jesus at that moment, Jesus, help me to be an instrument of mercy for this person who's hurting. And then you take that into your own heart and you absorb it. Later, what you do after they leave is you take the stuff that they've sort of given to you and you bring it before the cross of Christ and say, Jesus, in the love of you, I bring that back out to you so I can then be healed of the hurt that I just took on from them. There's a depth that comes to our spirituality through this kind of mercy that can be found in no other way. It is experiencing the passion of Christ in a deep way. Everybody is suffering. Everybody is carrying some kind of burden today. How about this week, you and I be open to absorbing some of the pain of the people around us, and at the same time, you and I will grow closer to Christ. God bless you.